Travis Barker, the 46-year-old rock star known for being the drummer in Blink-182, is in stable condition and expected to recover soon after being rushed to the hospital following a pancreatitis debacle. His friends and family are trying to stay positive after the health scare and are certain that he will be okay soon. In this video, we'll give you the rundown on what happened and how those closest to Barker took the news. First, let's get into how Travis Barker's doing now. Travis Barker recently announced that he's currently much better after a recent hospitalization due to pancreatitis last week. He was taken by ambulance to a hospital in Los Angeles after he developed the condition. Fans and family alike were worried because there was no word about why he was being shifted to a hospital at the time, and a cryptic tweet by Barker only added fuel to the fire. He tweeted out, "God save me," and at this time, no one knew what was wrong with him, just that he was hospitalized, so people were scared about the health of the rock legend. Apparently, he was in a lot of pain, and things got so bad that he could barely even walk. But now, it seems like he's doing a lot better and is well on his way to a full recovery. He shared the details of his condition in a lengthy Instagram story, saying that he had just come home from a colonoscopy and was feeling all right. But then just after dinner, he started feeling a lot of pain, and so he went to the hospital, where he's been ever since. He then detailed how he developed pancreatitis from the colonoscopy procedure, which is normally very low risk. He ended the story by stressing how grateful he was that with the intensive treatment he's receiving, he's feeling much better now. Next up, how did Courtney react to all this? Seeing your partner in so much pain can't be easy, and there's no doubt that Courtney was scared out of her mind when it all went down. She was by his side when the drummer was taken to West Hills Hospital in Los Angeles, and later when he was transferred to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. She followed closely behind in her Range Rover. Later, she also took to posting on her Instagram story, saying that it's been a really scary and emotional week. She said her husband developing a life-threatening condition from a routine procedure had put it into perspective that health can change at any time and shouldn't be taken for granted. After Barker's recovery, she posted her gratitude. She talked about how grateful she was to God for healing him and for everyone's prayers and overwhelming amounts of love and support. Courtney also thanked the doctors, nurses, and specialists at Cedars-Sinai for treating Barker and taking care of them both during their stay there. And in a separate post, she spoke about how crazy it was that words can never express the true feelings and gratitude she has inside. The couple got married just last month, a year after a close friendship developed into a relationship. But what caused his pancreatitis? Travis's doctors believe the pancreatitis was caused by a recent colonoscopy that he had. A colonoscopy is performed to check for abnormalities in the large intestine and the rectum to detect things like cancer. For people approaching Travis's age, it can save their life if it detects a problem early on, and although it's a pretty routine procedure, sometimes complications can arise, from stomach pain and cramping to even pancreatitis. Pancreatitis can very rarely be caused by a colonoscopy, and the symptoms include nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. A colonoscopy is performed by passing a long tube, called a colonoscope, to check the patient's colon. But while it's passing through the splenic flexure, it can damage the pancreas tail, which leads to pancreatitis. The ailment can last for years, so Travis is lucky that he's getting better this fast. Now, here's what his daughter posted on social media. Meanwhile, Travis's daughter, Alabama, made an emotional post on her Instagram about her father's condition. The 16-year-old took to her story to ask her fans to please send their prayers for Barker's quick recovery. And then later, she posted an image on her TikTok account showing her holding the rock star's hand. The picture, which has now been deleted, shows Barker lying on a hospital bed with a brace on his wrist, which also had a hospital band around it. Alabama is holding her father's hand in the image. Meanwhile, fans poured out their hearts on Twitter in support of Travis and sent their thoughts and prayers for his speedy recovery. Seeing their favorite drummer in a hospital gown in this condition made people worry even more. Travis has had a scary experience before, where he survived a plane crash. The incident caused Blink-182 to reconnect and reunite as a band once more. Now with this health scare, once again we're forced to confront how fragile life is. But thankfully, the worst is over for Travis, and he's doing just fine now, after which there was a similar outburst of relief from his fans all over social media. And in other related news, first, Travis Barker enjoyed a beach day with Courtney after being released from the hospital. Travis Barker celebrated the 4th of July with his wife, Kourtney Kardashian, after being released from the hospital. Last week, he had to be rushed to the hospital after developing pancreatitis following a colonoscopy procedure. The 46-year-old was in a lot of pain, and they had to call 911 to get him to a hospital in LA. Now, this day of relaxation comes as a much-needed escape after his release. The Blink-182 drummer and his spouse were accompanied by two of her kids, Rain and Penelope. Barker showcased the beach trip on his Instagram story, posting a series of clips of the outing. The videos open with a shot of the family in an orange truck, with Courtney holding on to a Prada bucket hat before it switches to Travis hitting the gas pedal. The couple both posted stories of their trip after they reached their destination too, and just before leaving, Travis posted a story of a huge bouquet of flowers given to them by Corey Gamble and Kris Jenner, with a Get Well Soon card attached. Meanwhile, Courtney posted on her story to berate the paparazzi for selling old pictures of her her to paint a narrative that she doesn't care about her husband being hospitalized with a life-threatening illness. She called it a new low that people were trying to profit off of what could have been a family tragedy. Next, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are annoyed at the Kardashians' edits. Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian recently spoke in an interview about their experience filming the new reality series The Kardashians for Hulu. According to BuzzFeed, they opened up with a friend named Shepard about how they felt during the filming versus afterward. Kourtney said that she and Travis had the best time while filming the show and that she's in a great place in her life right now, so what she wanted the most was for the series to capture that on screen. She mentioned that the pair are executive producers on the show, so they get to see edits and notes for each episode. So she feels that the story should focus more on the narrative between her and Travis and make sure their story is being told both individually and as a couple. On that note, she spoke in length about how disappointed she was about the editing done on the episode where Travis proposes to her. She said she wasn't happy with the portrayal of her engagement on the reality series, mainly because of how it distorted what really happened to manufacture drama. She says that the way the episode is cut makes Scott Disick's reaction to the proposal a bigger issue than it really was. Scott and Kourtney dated for a long time, but now they've been broken up for 7 years. And according to Kourtney, the moment with the Scott drama lasted only a couple of seconds, and she forgot it even happened. But in the episode, it's framed to make it the center of attention. Kourtney was upset that something so far back in the past is overshadowing her current relationship and exclaimed that she's allowed to make new memories. She feels that the story should focus more on how she got out of a toxic relationship and got her fairy tale love story. And finally, some Blink-182 fans are upset that Travis Barker is being described as Kourtney Kardashian's husband. While it's technically true, the rock star's fans feel there's more to him than who he's married to. Fans took to Twitter to express their frustration at media reports referring to Barker as Kourtney Kardashian's husband instead of the drummer for Blink-182. One fan accused the media of reducing his entire life's achievements to his marriage. Another fan said that Travis is one of the most talented drummers of his generation and that it hurts to see him be described as just Kourtney Kardashian's husband. That's a wrap for this video. How are you feeling now that Travis is doing better? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.